You think a Rolex is expensive? Wait until you see what the real billionaires are wearing. Forget about your everyday luxury watches. We're diving into a world where timepieces cost more than a mansion, a private jet, or even a small island. These aren't just watches. They're statements, investments, and pieces of history worn on the wrists of the world's most powerful people. So, what kind of watch does $100 billion get you? You're about to find out. And the answer will absolutely blow your mind. Let's start with a name you definitely know. Jeff Bezos. You might picture him in a simple fleeced vest, but on his wrist is often something extraordinary. While he has a varied collection, one of his standout pieces is the Olysan Ardane Dual Time. Now, this one isn't the most expensive on our list, coming in at a relatively modest price for a billionaire, but it's the perfect example of stealth wealth. To the untrained eye, it's just a nice watch, but to those who know, it's a sophisticated piece of engineering with a patented dual-time function, perfect for a man who operates across every time zone on the planet. It's a quiet nod to his global dominance, a watch that says, "I'm in control," without shouting it. But this is just the appetizer. Bezos has also been spotted with a much more significant piece, the Omega Speedmaster Professional, the famous Moon Watch. This choice isn't about the price tag. It's about aligning himself with a legacy of exploration and human achievement, a narrative that fits perfectly with his ambitions for Blue Origin. It's a masterclass in branding, using a watch to tell a story about who you are and where you're going. Now, let's move from online retail to the king of social media, Mark Zuckerberg. For years, Zuck was famously anti-luxury, often seen without a watch at all. But things have changed. Recently, he's been spotted wearing a watch that has sent the collector community into a frenzy. It's a Patek Philippe, but not just any Patek. He's been seen with a Nautilus 5711, one of the most sought after and difficult to get watches in the world. The waitlist for this watch is years long, and the secondary market price is astronomical. But then, he was also spotted wearing an skeletonized Richard Mille RM6702. This is where it gets interesting. Richard Mille is the absolute symbol of modern, in-your-face wealth. It's the brand of choice for Formula One drivers and tennis stars. By wearing this, Zuckerberg is signaling a shift, moving from the nerdy coder image to a global power player who isn't afraid to show it. The watch is incredibly light, technologically advanced, and absurdly expensive. It's a declaration that he's playing in a new league. Speaking of Richard Mille, that brings us to the next level of watch flexing. If you want to see a collection that truly defies belief, look no further than the Sultan of Brunei. His collection is estimated to be worth billions. Billions with a B. He doesn't just buy one watch. He commissions unique, one-of-a-kind pieces from the world's greatest watchmakers. We're talking about custom-made Patek Philippes and Vacheron Constantins that have never been seen by the public. One of the most legendary is a Richard Mille tourbillon he reportedly bought for his son. Encrusted with so many diamonds it looks like it was carved from a single, giant gem. These aren't just watches. They're bespoke works of art, personal commissions that make a regular limited edition look common. The price tags are often undisclosed, but experts estimate them to be in the tens of millions of dollars per watch. It's a level of luxury so extreme it's hard to even comprehend. But what about the richest of the rich? Let's talk about Bernard Arnault, the chairman of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company. As the man who owns brands like Hublot, Tag Heuer, and Zenith, you'd expect him to have an incredible collection. And you'd be right, but his choice of personal watch is a masterstroke of marketing. He is often seen wearing a Patek Philippe Nautilus. Why Patek? A brand he doesn't own, because it sends a message of ultimate connoisseurship. It says, "Even though I own some of the best watch brands in the world, I recognize and respect the pinnacle of the craft." However, the truly jaw-dropping piece in his family's collection is not on his wrist, but on his son's. His son, Frederick Arnault, CEO of Tag Heuer, was spotted wearing a one-of-a-kind Tiffany blue Patek Philippe Nautilus 5740. This watch is a piece unique, meaning only one exists. It combines the legendary Tiffany blue dial, made famous by the limited edition 5711, with the grand complication perpetual calendar of the 5740. The value, literally priceless. You can't buy it. It's a fusion of hype, history, and horological genius that could likely fetch over $50 million if it ever came to auction. Now for the ultimate flex. What if you're so rich you don't even wear a watch from a famous brand? What if you wear a watch made by yourself? This is the territory of people like Bill Gates. For decades, Gates was famous for wearing a Casio Duro, a humble dive watch that costs less than $100. It was the ultimate power move, a man so wealthy he had absolutely nothing to prove. His time was valuable because of what he did with it, not what was on his wrist. It was a statement against materialism itself. However, in recent years, even Bill Gates has upgraded. He's been seen wearing a Porsche design Chronograph 1. Still not a Patek or a Rolex, but a watch with a specific, design-focused heritage. It shows an appreciation for engineering and aesthetics, but still avoids the flashy world of Swiss luxury. It's a subtle shift, but a significant one. But the most expensive watches aren't always the ones you see. They're the ones hidden in private collections. Let's talk about the legends. The Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime, reference 6300A010 watch was created for a charity auction, and it is the most complicated wristwatch Patek Philippe has ever made. It has 20 complications, 2 independent dials, and a reversible case. It's sold at auction for an unbelievable $31 million, making it the most expensive watch ever sold. Who bought it? The buyer remains anonymous, a true phantom of the watch world. This is the end game. A watch so exclusive, so complicated, and so expensive that its owner is a complete mystery. This isn't about showing off wealth to the public. It's about possessing something that is, without argument, the best of the best. It's a personal trophy that no one else can have. Then there's the Graph Diamonds hallucination. Is it a watch or is it a piece of high jewelry? The answer is both. Valued at $55 million, this piece is an explosion of over 110 carats of rare, multicolored diamonds. The tiny quartz dial is almost an afterthought, hidden amongst a kaleidoscope of pink, blue, green, yellow, and orange gems. This watch isn't about telling time. It's about stopping time. It's a piece so outrageous, so opulent, that it almost seems like a joke, but it's very real. It's the ultimate expression of wealth, as pure, unadulterated spectacle. Owning this watch isn't a stealth wealth move. It's the exact opposite. It's a statement that you operate on a plane of existence, where money has no meaning. So, what have we learned? For some billionaires, a watch is a truly sophisticated piece of engineering like the Ulysse Nardin for Bezos. For others, it's a symbol of status and belonging to an exclusive club, like Zuckerberg's Richard Mille. For the truly dynastic, like the Arnaults, it's a unique legacy item, a priceless artifact that represents their family's dominance in the world of luxury. And for the most enigmatic figures, it's a private treasure, a Grandmaster Chime whose owner remains a secret. From the understated Casio to the $55 million hallucination, these watches are more than just time tellers. They are a secret language of power, a code that tells a story about who you are, what you value, and the unbelievable heights of wealth you've reached. It proves that while time may be the same for everyone, how you choose to measure it is the ultimate luxury. What do you think? If you had $1 billion, which watch would you wear? A classic Patek, a high-tech Richard Mille, or would you stick with a Casio just to mess with people? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this glimpse into the world of insane luxury, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more. See you next time.